Hi, my name is Mira, Alissa, Binti, Roslan. I am from course Bachelor Technology Management under School of Technology Management and Logistics University Utara, Malaysia. The title of my study is related to food delivery service application during pandemic Covid-19, and my research has been supervised by my beloved lecturer, Mrs. Dr. Syazwani Binti Nawi. And welcome to my research presentation. Hi, this is my poster, and from the poster, I will briefly explain in about my study in next slide. Thank you. Begin with the part 1, which is related to introduction. The food industry is made up of various different sorts of businesses that produce in wide variety of foods. The food industry is responsible for all aspects of food cultivation, collecting, processing, packaging, delivery, marketing, usage, and disposal. Changes in human needs and technological advances have now changed food preparation, namely the existence of online food delivery where food can be ordered and delivered to customer in a warm and ready to eat. Online food delivery is a burgeoning new trend in Malaysia food and beverage industry. One of the participating companies is Foodpanda, the first online food delivery company to start vigorously in Malaysia in 2012 by Palm 2017. Although the COVID-19 pandemic, countless people appear to have profited from mobile food delivery application, MFDA. Coronavirus outbreak and government efforts to control it and lead to an increase in online food delivery. As we continue to problem statement, there are several issues that have been identified in implementing the use of online food delivery. Due to logistical challenges, many popular online grocery or meal delivery services has been unable to reach out to their clients. According to the previous study by Scarborough and Lindquist in 2002, the primary issues that these internet firms face include late deliveries, fewer engagement with clients, delayed response, and overabundance of orders, and so on. Mahfuz also stated the online food delivery services business has expanded at the slightly slower levels comparable to the other related industries in the market. There are numerous problems of online food delivery service faced in Malaysia, example heavy rain, strong weather, traffic jams, or overabundance of orders. That researcher aim to achieve in this study is first to explore acceptance behavior towards food delivery service application, to explore the factors that influence the acceptance of or rejection of food delivery service application by consumers, and the last one to identify food delivery service application that oftenly used by the consumers. The next part is scope of the study. This study will focus on the response of customer to food delivery application during pandemic COVID-19. The scope food delivery application users during COVID-19 research has limited to investigate at the area Kulim, Kedah, Malaysia. In Kulim, there are urban and rural cluster settlements, and based on these two groups, the researcher will examine the acceptance behavior of food delivery service. Respondents to be selected are in the range of 20 years to 30 years old. This is because this group is the most often used food delivery application. Next, we go to research methodology. For research design, research has been mentioned about steps of research to be conducted and also the method of the researcher used to collect data. There are 5 steps researcher used to run the research, and it starts with initial study. There is various themes and subject areas were examined in this stage in order to identify issue. Second step is data collection. That have two kinds of analysis, which is literary analysis and observation. Analysis is in step 3 is to analyze the system of overview consumer behavior. Second last step is step 4, which is the logical structure will be applied for some respondent to test the result. And the last part will be critical analysis. The new feedback will be critically evaluated to understand if it meets the requirements. Researcher will use a qualitative method in order to conduct this study. In the previous research, there are many topics that related to this study, but it was conducted in quantitative method. Researcher choose to use this method because researcher will investigate the different opinion from an individual based on the stated objective in the study. Based on the 5 types of method that stated in qualitative research approaches, researchers will use case study method to explore on decision making of consumers. Next part is data collection method. It will discuss 3 points at here. In-depth interviews were conducted for the purpose of this study. In-depth interviews are unstructured personal conversation with the goal of eliciting respondents' emotions, sentiments, and opinions about a certain study topic. The researcher will perform 2 approaches in interviewing respondents, which is online and face-to-face method. The researcher had to use these 2 kinds since the situation was conducting the study was in the MCO period, where the researcher found it difficult to make a meeting with the respondents who live far from the researcher area. In this study, the researcher only made a face-to-face interview in one location only, namely in the UUM Central Shopping Centre for 1 day, and it cut researcher cost. Research also has conducted using semi-structured questionnaire that serve as an interview guide for the researcher. Its research process. Research process started with the outlining about research scope, and after outlining the nature and scope of the investigation, the research contact respondent and invited them to participate in the study. The respondents were generally willing to engage in the study, and the interviews took place between October and November of 2021 for the last year. The meeting conducted in 2 locations, online at Google Meet and in person in UUM Central Shopping Centre, lasted around 7 to 10 minutes per person. During the interviews, the researchers mostly took notes and record audio for transcript to aid in the analysis of the information gathered. This is the most crucial part in this study, which is data analysis and findings. There are 5 respondents that researchers successfully gained for this study. For profile interview shows that females tend to be more than male, and there are urban and rural respondents also have 2 kinds of status, which is students and workers. At here, you can see in the table, urban and rural areas is almost balanced, and also for the student and workers total respondent. In general, the respondents' views on online food delivery are positive and accepted. Only 1 respondent rejected to use it, but it was after almost 1 year of using food delivery application in UUM Kedah. All 5 respondents who were interviewed would state that the online food delivery service in the UUM area is easy to use, matter for student or employee. For urban areas, there is more food delivery than in rural areas. However, consumers in rural areas can still make reservations at online food delivery as long as they have good internet access. From the acceptance result, there are several factors that make them like to use online food delivery application. The most favorite answers among 5 respondents is time saving. Not only for students that has been directed to study online at home because it is during MCO, but for employees it also have saved their time in order to do their daily tasks. Respondents also stated that if they go out buy food by themselves, they need to face a lot of obstacles that will wasting their time without doing anything instead of stay in the car to go to restaurant. There are various menus that can consumer choose beside then go to restaurant directly, because in one application it will include a lot of restaurant for near or far from their places. Respondent 2 has mentioned that food that he ordered always in good condition and same as what the application shows in the picture in the application. For respondent 1, he has no issues for price and it was affordable for her to buy because nothing is cheap nowadays. Other respondents like to use online food delivery because it's flexible and trustworthy. Even they place order and do transaction by online system. Respondent also mentioned they use online food delivery for their safety to avoid the spreading of virus Covid-19 when they go buy food at restaurant, because this virus can easily infect one another by just one touch. There is an acceptance, there must be a rejection. Respondent who reject to use online food delivery were only 1, and that was respondent 5. In the beginning, she believed in the use of online food delivery and she used it more often in residential area than at work. After few times of using online food delivery application, she experienced several problems during her use of online food delivery, such as quality and quantity problems that were not well taken care by the restaurant. She also stated that she need to pay for high price for a quality product, and after she do a report to refund, but they respond very slow sometimes rider also cancel her order last minute because of weather not stable, and then make a refund so late. Although there are many benefits from using this food delivery application, she didn't dare to use online food delivery anymore unless if have emergency that may lead her to use may lead her can get food by herself. Due to many problems that she faced, she has stopped using online food delivery either at work or at home. Fear of using online food delivery is high, so respondents mostly used during pandemic COVID-19 to prevent them infected by the virus. For respondent 3, she used before COVID-19 outbreak because she stated that she very paranoid about the hygienic condition and really can't believe other in order to meet face-to-face. Next part is the analysis for objective 3 about the application of food delivery application that often used by the consumer in UUM. In UUM, there are various types of online food delivery that operate, but the food delivery application that consumer often use is Food Panda, and followed by GrabFood and restaurant customer delivery such as Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Domino's Pizza, and KFC. All 5 respondents stated that they use Food Panda more often, and also have responded that only use the Food Panda application while using online food delivery. The establishment of online food Panda in UUM has opened the eyes for many of online food delivery application companies to create their application in UUM, but people in UUM is still loyal to use Food Panda because it has been using it for a long time and has a strong level of trust in application. Almost at the end of the presentation, final part is the discussion and conclusion. For objective 1, based on the result obtained, it shows that 4 out of 5 users of online food delivery application accept and still use the service, and a majority have used the OFD application for 4 to 5 years. This result shows that online food delivery in UUM are well is accepted. Objective 2 also has been achieved, which is that there are 4 factors that influence them to make decision, namely time, safety, price, quality, and quality factors. Last objective has been answered, that is food delivery application that people in UUM use is Food Panda because this application is the first application platform to users that UUM residents use. Indirectly, the application receives more users than other applications. Age and status have an important impact on the decision to use online food delivery. Increasing age will cause to have more and more commitment, especially to those who have been a worker. Okay, the next part is about recommendation, implication and recommendation. For the first point is related to high delivery charge. Delivery charge price need to be flexible, and the charge is set according to the suitable of the distance and as well as the obstacle that need to face by the delivery man. Food quality must be the same as the advertised was mentioned, because a lot of sellers use pictures from the internet to attract the customers, but in reality the restaurant food produced is not shown transparently on the screen of the online food delivery application. This can be considered wrong under the sale and purchase law. The last one, sensitivity of halal logo. Online food delivery needs to be sensitive, stating the food is halal or not clearly in the food menu in the food delivery application, because it's very sensitive for the Muslim user. Okay, the last part is conclusion. At the here was including recommendation for further study, research limitations, and overall conclusion of the study. Further study can focus on demographic factors such as additions to marital status, family size, total income, and also the commitment they need to bear. Furthermore, in terms of methodological, future research can be done using mixed method, where qualitative and quantitative methods are combined in one study. The research limitation is the lack of research related online food delivery in the UUM area. Also makes it difficult to research to know the situation of the use of OFD service in UUM. Final is about the slow internet connection during the rainy season, and laptops often lag due to the full storage. This is normal for students. Okay, in conclusion, the 4 key factors mentioned in previous part are very important to handle maturely as each party needs to accept and feel the losses, gains and losses fairly. Customer acceptance of online food delivery depends on the management of the dealer, online food delivery platform, and also delivery man. Food delivery in Kuala Lumpur has the potential to grow rapidly and involve more types of application, the size and number of Kuala Lumpur's population, which is increasing due to the employment and study factors that cause to food delivery users to increase.